A diagnosis of diabetes can be life-changing. It can also be quite confusing. There are many questions that come to our mind when we think of diabetes. Is diabetes really caused by eating too much sugar? Will I have to take insulin injections all through my life? The reason why someone will develop type 1 diabetes is very different from the reasons why another person will develop type 2 diabetes. Let's begin by demystifying some of the most common myths about diabetes. Myth number 1. You'll know if your blood sugar is too high because you'll develop obvious symptoms. Well, the fact is, slightly elevated blood sugar usually does not trigger symptoms. And even in people with moderately elevated blood sugar, the symptoms may be so mild at first that they are easily overlooked or misunderstood. With high blood sugar levels, some of the more common symptoms may include fatigue, increased hunger or thirst, weight loss, sores that don't heal, and more frequent urination, especially at night, which people don't relate directly to diabetes. Myth number 2. Everyone with diabetes needs insulin injections to control their blood sugar. The fact is, people with type 1 diabetes typically need daily insulin injections because their body produces little or none of this hormone. But many people with type 2 diabetes can take pharmaceutical medications to help keep their blood sugar in check. More than that, type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disorder. So if you correct your diet and lifestyle, you may be able to overcome or prevent the development of type 2 diabetes. Myth number 3. You can get diabetes from eating too much sugar. The fact is that while continuously overdosing on sweets can trigger diabetes in someone with prediabetes or another predisposition, it is not a direct cause of it. Although the sweet stuff can make you pack on pounds and make you gain weight, which is a major risk factor for developing type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes isn't caused by diet or lifestyle choices. It happens when the cells that produce insulin in the pancreas are destroyed by your own immune system. Type 1 diabetes has been linked to autoimmunity. It is also not true to say that type 2 diabetes is caused by sugar either. However, the chances of developing this kind of diabetes are greater if you are overweight or obese. A high sugar diet is often a high calorie diet, and too many calories can lead to weight gain. People with type 2 diabetes gradually develop resistance to insulin, and diabetes develops when the pancreas can no longer keep up with the increased demand for insulin. Today, on average, many of us are eating more sugar than needed. So most of us could benefit from cutting down on sweet treats. Myth number 4. People with diabetes have to follow a special diet. The fact is, a healthy diet for a person with diabetes is typically identical to a healthy diet for anyone else. It should include a variety of vegetables and fruits, whole grains, lean protein, low-fat dairy products, and moderate amounts of healthier fats such as those found in olives and coconut. Myth number 5. People with diabetes should limit their physical activity as it could lead to low blood sugar. The fact is quite the opposite. Exercise not only helps control your blood sugar but also your weight and your blood pressure, and will improve your cholesterol levels. Physical activity also reduces the risk of common diabetes complications such as heart disease and nerve damage. But be cautious. Workouts can sometimes lower your blood sugar too much, causing hypoglycemia, especially in people who take insulin or certain long-acting oral medications. To help prevent this, do not work out on an empty stomach. Stay hydrated and talk with your doctor about checking your blood sugar before and after exercise. It's also a good idea to have a snack on hand to bring with you while you're exercising and if you start feeling shaky, weak, or lightheaded. Myth number 6. Type 1 diabetes is a more serious problem than type 2. The fact is, if left uncontrolled, both type 1 and 2 can lead to serious complications, including heart disease, stroke, blindness, kidney disease, nerve damage, or even amputation. Myth number 7. You have to be overweight to develop diabetes. So if you're not overweight, you're safe. Well, there is no doubt that obesity is a major contributor to type 2 diabetes. Genetics also plays a huge role, but blood sugar can creep up with age even in skinny people. It is recommended that people ages 45 and older have their blood sugar checked every 3 years. Start earlier if you are overweight and experience symptoms. It is also a good idea to get your blood sugar checked if you have one or more additional risk factors, including being sedentary, having a family history of diabetes, or a personal history of gestational diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or triglyceride levels. Myth number 8. Everyone with diabetes need to monitor and check their blood sugar daily at home. The fact is that this is not necessary. People who don't use insulin and who have a good control of their blood sugar may need to check it at home only occasionally, if at all. Of course, you need to get yourself checked at regular doctor's visits. But those who use insulin need to keep a close tab on their blood sugar so that they can adjust their dose if necessary and guard against dangerous drops in blood sugar levels. In addition, those who are newly diagnosed may want to monitor blood sugar patterns more closely at first to see how they fluctuate with meals, exercise, stress, and medications. Myth number 9. Once you have type 2 diabetes, you have it for the rest of your life. The fact is, while type 1 diabetes is currently not curable, although research is being done in this area as well, type 2 diabetes, which is far more common and often rooted in lifestyle factors such as unhealthy eating habits, inactivity, overweight, and obesity, can usually be improved by adopting a healthier lifestyle. Myth number 10. Most people with diabetes will eventually need kidney dialysis or have other disabling complications. The fact is, with regular checkups and a good blood sugar control, serious complications occur less frequently. Therefore, it is high time that we all need to keep our blood sugar in check, whether we have been diagnosed or not. Prevention is always better than cure.